How are you doing, Maharaj?
By your grace, everything is okay, Prabhu.
Oh my. Umadevi say that Shanta Maharaj is in Ekachakra. He's not in. He's
Yeah,
traveling.
tomorrow traveling, I think.
They're leaving tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yes?
he booked ticket tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow, okay. Yes, we decided he should go to Nishingapali and give some help to the devotees if they want to take his help. Some were calling him and asking him, please don't abandon us at this time. So he wants to go there and see what he can do to help. It's very nice. Unfortunately, they can't get the vaccine. I asked him, before you go, take the vaccine, but he said there's no place to get it. There he is.
This time is very difficult, Maharaj. Before they're giving, but this time everybody want to take same time. But no vaccine there.
Did you speak to Kusum or Rasaraj?
Yes, I spoke to her. Well, probably you know already that, but she have a program tomorrow in her apartment and invite some devotees to go. She said they have a program at 2 o'clock, so I will go tomorrow and see if I can help her some way. And
She has a program
yes,
tomorrow.
she invited Anatabandu and invited another of the devotees, but Anatabandu looks like he is on call for his work, so he's not able to participate. But the other devotees, some of them they said that will go, and they will bring some other people with them.
Oh,
But
yes.
no, I'm not sure exactly how many will be, or if they are actually going or not. Sometimes they say they're going, and I don't know, it will be complicated, but
Ajay Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all Dandat.
Nawaz Prabhu.
and that's
Well, we like to have a program in Princeton on, what is that, the 28th? On the 30th, Sunday. And I like to invite all the devotees, Anatha Bandhu also, and yourself, Ajay Prabhu. They've been
It will
going.
be nice, Prabhuji.
They've been
It will be
going
nice.
They've been going the last 2 Sundays to distribute. So we'll also have food distribution and kirtan. And if anyone wants to, I might go there virtually and speak to the devotees if I can't go physically. And just get together in honor of Srila Acharya Maharaj and do a public distribution prasad, and for the devotees also. So if you'd like to go. I don't know how Kusum is going to cook. She wants to cook prasadam for everyone tomorrow.
Hari Bol.
I think that the sister is helping her. She
Her
told me
sister.
that, and yes.
But Anatha Bandhu won't come there, huh?
No, Natabandu looks like he's on call for his job.
Oh,
Sometimes he can he's not able to go, and then they will call it for some any thing they have to
emergency.
do at work. So
Yes. Yeah. He's involved in important work.
I think it's a work for a laboratory in a hospital. So sometimes even he's at home, maybe they call him to go, and
I see.
he had to do it.
Oh, Shantamar's not coming then today.
It doesn't sound like they're actually flying today.
Well, now today is tomorrow there.
Today is 10:30 there.
10:30 p.m. Jay Prabhu, are you at home?
At home, Prabhuji. At home. Yeah.
Looks like you are celebrating some festival on the background. What
Uh,
is?
that was my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
I'll show you.
How old is she? Now
She's now 4 years old, Maharaj.
4 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody is well.
Yeah, God grace us, Prabhuji. Mercy, Prabhuji. Yeah. Maharaj.
Are you still commuting? Are you still commuting to work or stay at home remote?
Actually, I'm doing remote, but they are starting work this 21 weekly ones.
Okay.
Weekly ones, Maharaj.
Well, I have to thank you and the kids for coming on Saturday, Sunday, for helping us.
Sure, Maharaj. It's my privilege, Maharaj. It's my yeah.
So you know about Acharya Maharaj disappearance?
Uh, I would like to listen, Maharaj.
Uh, you heard though, huh?
Sridhar Maharaj,
No, Acharya Maharaj
Acharya
disappearance.
Maharaj.
Did you tell? No, Acharya Maharaj was left this world on May 10th.
May 10th.
May 10th. 4 a.m. Prabhu, someone wants to do it.
4 a.m. Brahma Muhurtam time.
Yes. He was in the hospital for a few days,
Hmm.
and then he had a heart attack and suddenly left this world.
Hmm.
Dandavats, Ganapriya Didi.
Dandavat pranams Maharaj, Dandavat all the devotees, Hare Krishna.
Shantabas.
Dandavat.
So our program on the 30th will be in honor of Acharya Maharaj, distribution of prasad, and some kirtans, bhajans, and remembrance. You have to bring your mridanga. And we are going to bring a tent. We got to get our own tent, a big red tent, because now they don't have a tent there at the park. Did you get permission for that? It's a big tent, 10 by 20, and Krishna Kesava may need your help to put it up. But at least hopefully it won't rain, and we don't need it for that purpose. But it'll be nice
Sure.
to attract people to kirtan there.
And good guy will be in India during that time.
You're going to India?
Actually, my family is going, Maharaj. Her brother's marriage is there.
Oh,
So uh, I was also going, but I cancelled it because there are no return flights to America from India.
oh my goodness. So what
Yeah,
will they do? They will stay there?
they're planning to stay for 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are they all vaccinated?
yeah. My wife is vaccinated. Kids, I don't. They don't have any vaccine yet for the kids.
All right, as long as everybody will be safe.
Yeah, Maharaj. Yeah, yeah. I told her, but she wanted to go to doesn't want to miss her brother's marriage.
Uh,
So, yeah,
well, let's pray for them.
yeah.
They'll be okay.
Thank you, man.
There for Rath Yatra.
That's not a good idea.
Uh, Maharaj, one of the devotees, uh, father has left actually due to COVID in India. So uh, we are planning to visit them. In between, I'll be traveling in car, but I'll be in the satsang. Uh, but I may miss the video part. Forgive that part, Prabhuji.
On that one today?
I'll yeah today
Okay.
we are yeah today we are going actually.
Okay.
I mean in another 30 minutes, but I'll log in. I will listen to.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Yes, you have been very busy all this time. We did not.
Yes, yes, Maharaj. Actually, my wife, she's doing job in Amazon. Started working, and so I had to cook and everything I'm doing right now. So that made me more busy.
I.
Cooking, and take
Oh,
care of
good Lord.
kids. And, yeah, yeah. Situation is very bad in India, Maharaj. It's very
Oh
bad.
my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, my friend also left actually. So
Really.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Goranga.
Um, yeah.
They have to get some vaccines there. I was hoping they could do something in Navadvip at the Mutt or Nishingapali by getting some vaccines and having them distribute them to give them to the people from the Mutt, and everyone
Mm,
in the Mutt can get vaccinated, and then
yeah.
people around the area can also. But it doesn't look like that. It'd be so easy to do. How to get them there and then allow them to distribute it. Even the hospitals don't have enough
Yeah.
vaccines.
We have shortage. There's a shortage of vaccine.
Sort of a vaccine, of oxygen, even so many
Yeah.
things.
My friend actually, he's going to every COVID patient and uh, distributing oxygen cylinders to them. He's setting up them by himself by going to their homes.
He's a doctor.
No, he's not a doctor, but he learned. He did volunteer, so he learned how to fix the oxygen cylinders.
How does he
So,
have access to the vaccines?
not the vaccine, Maharaj, only the oxygen cylinders.
Only the what?
Oxygen mask.
Oxygen
Oh,
cylinders?
I see.
Yeah, only oxygen. He's part of Rotary Club, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have some access to the vaccines, like I said, it'd be good if we could get them in Navadvip and have them inoculate people from there. Because a lot of the different mutts are suffering. Many acharyas and devotees are becoming sick and dying.
Mm.
Uh, so Shantamar's had a class today. Yes,
I think he had a few, Maharaj.
he had a few.
He joined. He did hosted the class
Other,
that we do for the
yes,
cooking one. We had a remembrance, and he hit Muni Maharaj and Shanta Maharaj
has said something.
said something lovely. Yes, yeah. And then I think he had another one because he had to leave. He had another class. I think he's busy. Because...
There in India, they are looking for the vaccines, and here in America, they're trying to run away from them. Huh? Some people don't want to get vaccines. And in India, they're trying to desperately to get them. And so maybe we'll also have some kirtan, and I can sing some bhajan in remembrance of Acharya Maharaj, Rasaraj Prabhu.
Yes,
Can,
Maharaj.
can I ask you to kindly lead the devotees?
Yes, sure, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Anitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev.
Jayacharya Maharaj, Jayacharya Maharaj, Jayacharya Maharaj, Jayacharya Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Maharaj.
Jayacharya Maharaj, Jayacharya Maharaj, Jayacharya Maharaj, Jayacharya Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari 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 Bol.
Hariyo. Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev Ki Jai. Jai Om
Jai,
Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivraja Kacharya Astatara Sata Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai,
Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Nishingapali Dham Ki Jai. Shri
Jai,
Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri
Jai,
Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri
Jai,
Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai.
Jai,
Jai Shri Yamunamayi Gangamayi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Vrinda
Jai,
Devi Ki Jai.
Jai,
Shri Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai,
Shri Ekachakra Dhama Ki Jai. Shri
Jai,
Jagannath Puri Dhama Ki Jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra
Jai,
Ki Jai.
Jai,
And Shri Bhaktivedanta Institute Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya
Jai,
Sart Institute Ki Jai.
Jai,
Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hari 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 Bol.
All glories to
I
the
say
assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Jai.
I say Bhakti Mala Puri Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Jai
Jai.
Rasa Raj Prabhu. Rasa Raj Prabhu. Krishna Kesava Prabhu. Kanapir Didi. Uma Didi Ki Jai. Jai Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai, Jai.
So Vandana. Page 50, what is it? 38.
38.
38. Would you like to lead?
Shri Guru Yuta
Sri Guru
Padakamalam
Vaishnavam
Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha
a little louder.
Shri Rupam Sagraja Sarana
Shivam Sadvaitam
Sadvaitam Savadustam Jena Sahitam Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Cha Omanjana Gyana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jai Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhavamvita Vyasa Parvaparya Parampara Pacharita Yatramurta Kite Bhakti-mala-viharasya Nivritam Sarasakam Sadaram Desi Gurudeva Nanata Shiracharya Varyanija Varvishta Supurakam Puruganirashita Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shirupa Bhaktanugam Govindam Vidam Jalandharatam Bhagyanvitam Sundaram Vande Vishwa Guru Charivya Bhagavat Prenam Vijapradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavadanam Valarka Kelanchitam Sandrananda Bhugam Sadeka Varanam Vairya Vidya Bhutim Siddham Nidhim Subhasilasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vanditam Sumadamadi Yatishvaram Sridharam Saraswati Tirtho Vijayam Bhaje Bhattacharya Pravate Gagane Yoga Sankirtane Ajavadati Muladhara Nitya Jivanimam Prema Suladhiganam Tat Prabhum Tam Bhaje Namo Gorakeshwaraya Bhaktavedanta Murtaye Gaura Praja Patapava Nisevine Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Sarupakam Bhakti Sasraya Sambrayam Radharasa Suranidhim Gauravathi Sataya Bhaktavandya Vigraham Jagannatha Prabhum Bande Madhitri Vaishnavam Panchakalpataruyascha Vipaktim Bhaktitanam Pavanevo Vaishnavevo Namo Namaha Panchatattvamakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Bhakti Bhakta Shaktikam
Namo Mahavanaya
Namo
Krishna Prema
Mahavadanyaya
Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishnaya Krishna
Krishnaya
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Atise Namaha
Tam Suratur Pango
Ajatam Surata
Amama
Upamago Amamani Mama
Tergati
Tergati Mata
Mat
Tam
Sarvasva
Sarvasva Padam Bhujau Radha
Mohano
Mohano
Divyadvanya Kalpadrumara Shri
Yaranyakapadrumada
Madranagara
Madranagara
Simhastanasto
Simhasanastau
Shri Gandharva
Sri Gandharva
Devo Krishna
Silagopandadevo Kristalivi
Devyamana
Sevyamano
Smarami
Smarami
Shriman Rasa
Man Rasa
Rasarambi
Rasarambi
Vamsiva Tatastita
Vansivata
Harshan Venus
Tatasita
Venergopi
Sharsam Venu
Nata
Sunirgopi
Shri
Gopanata Espriyestunaha
Anarito Sudevyai Priyai Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade
Krishna
Devi
Bhakti Pradevi
Satyavasya Namo
Satyavatya Namo
Namaha
Namaha
Athanatva Mantra Gurum
Sonatva
Gurum
Mantra
Bhagavatar
Gurum
Tadan
Gurum
Vyasan
Bhagavatartadan
Jagat
Vyasa
Guru
Jagat Gurun
Natva
Natva
Tolyam
Tato Jaja
Virayat
Mudiraje
Jai Saparaka Shri Shri
Jaya
Guru
Saparikara
Gauranga
Sri Sri Guru
Gandharva
Gauranga
Govinda
Gandharva
Sundar
Govinda
Pad
Padmanam
Sundar
Jayastu.
Pada
Padmanabhi Jaya
Padmanam Jajastu
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya
Nityananda Shri
Nityananda
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhara
Gadadhara
Shri Vasari Gaur
Gadadhara
Bhakta
Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev ki Jai. Jai
Jai.
Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya, Asatana Sata, Shri Shri Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki Jai.
Ki
Go
Jai.
Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol.
Hare 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 Bo.
So page 153. Ye Anila Prema Dana. Ah, you see? Page 153.
Yes, Maharaj.
Ye Anila Prema Dana. Karuna Prachur.
Ye Anilo Prema Dana
Karuna
Karuna
Prachur
Prachur
Dena Prabhu Kota Kela Acharya Thakur.
Yena
Ena
Prabhu
Prabhu Kota
Kela Acha
Kela Acharya Thakur
Kahamora Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanatan.
Kahamora Swarupa Kahanata
Kanhada Saragu Nata Patita Pavan.
Kaha
Kahadasa Raghunata Patita Pavan
Kanhamora Bhatta Yuga Kanha Kaviraj.
Ahamura Basa Yuga Jaha Kabira
Ekakale kota gela gora natara.
Ekakale Kota Gela Gora Natara
Asane kutiba mata. Anale pasibo.
Pasane Kutiva Mata Anale Pasiho
Goranga gunera niji kota gila baba.
Gauranga Gira Nidhi Kota Gele Pavo
Say saba sangira sangi ekaila vila.
Se Sava Sangira Sange Pila Pila
Say sangana panna kande narotamoda.
Se Sangana Pana Kande Narutamada
Ye anila prema dana karuna prachu.
Yanilo Premadana Karuna Prachu
Ena Prabhu Kota Gela Chaya Taku.
Ena Prabhu Kota Gela Jaya Taku
Jaya Chaya Maharaj, Jaya Chaya Maharaj, Jaya Chaya Maharaj, Jaya Chaya Maharaj.
Jaya Charya Maharaj Jaya Charya Maharaj Jaya Charya Maharaj Jaya Charya Maharaj
Jai Om Sripad Paramahamsa Parivraj Acharya Astadhara Sata Sri Sripad Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaja Ki Jai.
Jai.
Where has Advaita Acharya, the Lord who mercifully brought the wealth of divine love to this world, gone? Where are my Srup and Sanatan? Where's my Raghunath Das? Where are the saviors of the fallen souls? Where are my Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta? Where's my Krishnadas Kaviraj? Where has the great dancer Sri Chaitanya suddenly gone? I will break my head against the rock. I will enter into fire. Where shall I go to reach the reservoir of all qualities, Sri Gauranga? Not finding the association of Sri Gauranga, who performed his pastimes with all the associates. Nartan Das Thakur weeps. Nartan Das Thakur. Uma Devi, which bhajan do you want to sing?
Which one level?
Yes. You have one that you like to feel like you like want to sing today?
I can see Gurudev today. Glorify Srila Bhakti Yoga.
Okay. What page?
There is not in the Kirtan.
There's no page?
Guru Stuti.
Okay.
There is in the not in the Kirtan.
Is it in the big Kirtan book? Which song is it, Didi?
Gurudev Stuti. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Acharya.
Okay.
Just give us 1 moment. We'll be sharing the screen.
Oh, this one, yes, yeah.
I can sing, Maharaj.
Oh, yes.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Acharya Nirmala.
Jaya Jaya Gurudeva Acharya Nirmala.
Kola Deepa Maje Tumar Leela
Kola
Kola
Dvipa
Dvipa Mahe Tamar Lila Avirala.
Tumi Bhakti Nirmala, Tumara Karuna Nirmala.
Tumi
Tumi
Bhakti
Bhakti
Nirmala
Nirmala Tamar
Karuna
Karuna
Nirmala.
Irmala.
Tomar Mata Guru Paya Bhuvene Virala.
Tomar
Tomar
Mata
Mata Guru Paya
Bhuvani
Bhuvane Virala.
Tumi Dayal, Tumi Mukta, Tumi Karunamayi.
Tumi
Tumi
Daya
Jai,
Tumi
Tumi
Mukta
Mukta,
Tumi
Tumi
Karunamaya.
Karunaya.
Golaka Majare Tumar Mahima Ye Gaya.
Goloka Madari Tuma Mahima Chekaya.
Guru Krupa Tumi Karo Hasana Lankrita.
Guru
Guru
Kripa
Kripa Tumi Karu
Tumi Karo
Asanam
Asana Lankrita.
Krita.
Adama Janare Kripa.
Adama
Adamajanera Kripa
Kripa Karo
Kara Virata.
Apita.
Mahaprabhu Kata Mata Grame
Mahaprabhu Kata Mato Grame
Katamata
Kiya.
Kata Mata Grame Ganje Kiya.
Harinama Bhuvane Kani Dile Ye Bariya.
Hari
Hariname Bhuvana Kam Dileye Bariya.
Parampara Dara Tumi Karo Halokita.
Param
Parampara Dara Tumi
Param
Karo Slokita.
Surya Rakiranyare Mata Tribhuvane Bhusita.
Soyera
Surya Kirani Mata
Kirana Mata
Bhuvani.
Tribhuvan Bhushita.
Guru Hagne Bahu Deshe Mandirasta Piya.
Guru Kya Bahudashi Mandirasta
Nita
Piya.
Sapiya.
Mahaprabhu Shiksha Tumi Dile
Mahaprabhu
Mahaprabhu
Shatumi
Shiksha
Shikshani
Tumi
Dileye
Dile
Bali.
Bhaya.
Jaya.
Papita Piyata Chela Paschatya.
Bhakti
Papita
Tapa
Tila Payata Eva Paschatye.
Bhakti Siddhanta Dara Poche
Bhakti
Bhakti
Siddhanta
Siddhanta Dhara
Bhakti
Dara
Poche
Siddhanta
Uchitesila
Dilese.
Ese.
Dilese.
Patita Pavana Tumi Karunara Sindhu.
Patita
Patita
Pavana
Pavana
Arunara
Karunara
Sindhu.
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 Adama Janara Tumi Hagitara Bandhu.
Adama
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 Janara
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 Tumi
Tumi
Agitara
Agira
Tumi
Bandhu.
Bandhu.
Mata Matanga Gati Madar Mandahasa.
Mata
Mata
Matanga
Manga
Gati
Gati
Madhur
Madhur
Mandabhasa.
Mandahasa.
Yena Tumi Havaduta Nitya Ir Prakasa.
Yena
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 Tumi
Tumi
Havaduta
Avaduta
Nitaya
Nitya
Prakasha.
Prakasa.
Kirtana Karaha Tumi Jivera Lagiya.
Kirtana
Kirtana
Kara
Kirtana
Karaha Tumi Jivar Lagiva.
Chetana Karo Tumi Krishna Namadiya.
Chetana
Chaitana
Chetana
Kara
Karya
Tumi
Karao
Tumi
Krishna
Tumi
Krishna
Krishna
Namadiya.
Namadiva.
Namadiya.
Jalamalahakina Purna Sasadara
Jalamalaki
Kotanahi Deke Mandaya Rasagara
Kotaya Dekiman Daira Saga
Premarasa Basalia Hakila Samsara
Prema
Premarasa Akila Samsara
Dobila Kolodipa Januiradara
Vila
Vila
Vita
Kolo
Kaladvipa Sada Viradara
Brahma Maheshwara Hadi Bhame Mane Mane
Brahma
Maheshwara
Maheshwara Ame Mane Mane
Ananta Bhavanayare Sahasravadane
Ananta
Ananta Bhavinayare
Bhavinaya Saravani
तुम्हारा मूर्ति सदा करी बेहराती
Tomara
Tomara
Omara
Murti
Marati
Sada
Sada Karivarati
नयना भरिय से हरि बामुरोती नयना
Nayana
भरिय
Variyase
हरि
Hariva
बामुरोती
Murati
तुम्हारा चरित्र है बेकरी बेकीर्ताना
Tomara
Omara
Charitra
Charitaye
Jeva Karibe Kirtana
ये हदा मामागी सद ताहारा चरणा
Eyada Mama Gesara Tahara Charana
तुम्हारा चरित्र है बेहरि बेकीर्ताना
Tomara Charitra Jeva Karibe Kirtana
ये हदा मामागी सद ताहारा चरणा
Eyada Mama Gesara Tahara Charana
जय गुरु देवा जय गुरु देवा गुरु देवा जय गुरु देवा
Jaya Guru
Guru
Deva
Deva
Guru
Guru
Deva
Deva Jaya
Guru
Guru
Deva
Deva Jaya
Guru
Guru Deva
जय आचार्य देव जय आचार्य देव आचार्य देव जय आचार्य देव
Jaya
Jaya
Jaya Dev
Jaya
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 Jaya Dev
Jaya
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 Jaya Deva Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya
निर्मलाचार्य
Jai
महाराज की जय।
Jai Uma Devi Ki Jai
Jaya.
and Tanapriya Devi, would you like to one bhajan you'd like to sing today?
I'd like to sing 29, maybe
Which one?
29 or Nityananda. Which one?
29?
Sing.
What,
Gurudev,
29?
Bindudeya or one for Nityananda?
Okay, 29 is okay.
Okay. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koroe Itasehi Tripanekshara Titihina
गुरुदेव
Gurudev Kripa Bindu
Gurudev
Diya
Kripa Bindu
Koro
Diya
Edasi
Gurudev
Dinapeksha
Dase Dinapeksha
Dina
Didina
Sakala Sahani Polodiyo Koro Nijamani Sripahina
सकल
Sakala Sahani
Sakala
Daladiya
Sahane
Koro
Baladiya Koro
Nijamane Yahina
Yahina
Shakale Samana Karati Shakati Dehanata Jata Jahata
Sakala
Sakala
samana
Sakale
samana
samana
Parite
Parite
sakati
sakati
Dehanata
Dehanata
yataya
yataya
Tabita Gaiba Hari Namashuke Aparata Huibinahata
abitagai
Tabita Gaiva
Tabeta
Harinama
kaibo
Suke Aparada
Namasuke
Habehat
Aparada Vihata
Abehina Kripa Labaye Janaha Gatahata Huibinahata
abhina
Kabehena
kripa
Nabehena Kripa
Labiyae Jana
Namae Jana
Vitata
Vitata
Haivanata
Hivenata
Shakti Buddhi Namiyati Din Koromora Hasmashata
sakti buddhi
Shakti
Shakti
Buddhi
Buddhi
Amiyati
Amiyati
Di
Din
Karamore
Koromore
Atmasa
Atmasata
Yogyata Vichari Kichunai Pai Tumara Karuna Shara
yogyata
Yogita
vichar
Vichare
Yogyata
Ichunai
Vichare
Pai
Kichunai
Tamara
Pai
Karuna
Tumara Karuna
Sara
Sada
Karuna no Hoili Kandiya Kandiya Prananara Kiboahara
karuna
Karuna
nahi
Karuna
Haila
Nahole
Kandiya
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 Prananara
Pranara
Kibohara
Kibora
Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koroeita Sehi Tripanekshara Tina
gurudev
Gurudev
kripa
Gurudev
Bindu
Kripa
Diya
Bindu Diya
Haraeda Se
Paramidase
Nirapeksha
Nirapekshati
Shakala Sahane Pola Diyo Koro Nijamani Swipahina
sakala
Shakala
Sakale Sahale Baladiya Karo Niyamane
Nidvane
Vihahina
Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
jaya
Jaya
guru
Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva
Gurudeva
Jaya
Jaya
Gurudeva
Gurudeva
Jaya
Jaya Gurudeva
Jaya Charya Maharaj Jaya Charya Maharaj Jaya Charya Maharaj Jaya Charya Maharaj
jaya
Jaya Chaya
Jaya Jaya
Maharaj
Maharaj
Jaya
Jaya
Chaya
Jaya
Maharaj
Maharaj
Jaya
Jaya
Chaya
Jaya
Maharaj Jaya Chaya Maharaj
Jaya Jaya Maharaj
Jai Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai.
Jai Jai Kanapriya Devi ki Jai and Rasaraj Prabhu,
Yes,
which,
Maharaj.
which one would you like to?
Well, they have another song for when the disappearance of the guru is the page 63.
Okay,
Ibara Karuna Koro.
yes.
Ibara Karuna Koro. Vaishnava Gosai. Patita Pavana Toma. Vinekehanai.
Devara Karuna Karo Vaishnava Gosai Atita Pavana Toma Vinekehana
Gaharani Kate Gele. Papa Ture Jaya, He Mana Dayala Prabhu, Keva Kota Paya.
Arahadekate Kila Papadoreya Emana Dayala Prabhu Evatote Pai
Gangara Parasa Hoile, Pachate Pavana, Darshane Pavitra Karam, Eto Maraguna.
Gangara Parasa Haile Pashate Pavana Darshane Takara Eto Maraguna
Haristaneya Parathi, Tare Harinama. Tomastane aparadhe nahi kaedana.
Hari Sane Aparade Dare Harinam Tomastane Aparade Nahika Edana
Tomara hridaye sadam Govinda visrama Govinda kahena mama Vaisnava parana.
Tomara Dayas Govinda Vishrama Govinda Kakena Mama Vaisnava Para
Pratijame koriyasa charane radhuli narotame karataya apmaraboli.
Pratijane Kariyasa Charane Radhuri Narotama Karatoya Apanarabo
Evara karuna kara Vaishnava gosai patita pavana toma vineke hanai.
Evara Karuna Vaishnava Gosai Patita Pavana Tome Vinake Hanai
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Charya Maharaj, Jaya Charya Maharaj, Jaya Charya Maharaj, Jaya Charya Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Maharaj Jaya Jaya Maharaj Jaya Jaya Maharaj Jaya Jaya
Maharaj, do you want me to read the translation of this song?
Yes.
O worshipful Vaishnava, be merciful to me this time. O Savior of the fallen, without you there is no one. If one comes to you, one's sins go away. Where can such a merciful master be found? If the Ganges touch someone, is later purified, but you purify souls simply by seeing them. such is your power. If one offends the Lord's name delivers him. But if one offends you, one has no salvation. Govinda always resides in your heart, and he says, "My devotees are my heart. In every birth, I aspire for the dust of your feet. Be merciful to Narottam, considering him your own." Cyril Narottam Das Thakur.
Jai.
Jai Vaishnava Thakur. Jai Rasaraj Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
And Krishna Keshav. What do you want to say? Okay.
David, what was the song that you sang? I found it. Puri.
Udila or
Udila Aruna Pura Vijamani Gora Amani Jage Akata
Okay.
Amai Sate Gora Gil Nagara Vraje
Udila
Shri
Aruna Ora Babade Vijamani Gora Amani Jage Akata Samualoya Sate Gela Nagara Braje.
What page is it, Morris? Sorry.
Page 30. Page 30. Page 30.
Tatai Tatai Bhajalakho Gana Gana Tahe Chanjera Reme Dala Dala Sonara Anu Pura
Tatai
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 Bachalako Gana Gana
bachalakula,
Tahe
gana
Janjeraro
gana jagirarola,
Preme Dala
preme
Dala
dala
Sonara
dala
Anga
dala
Charanenu
sonara,
Purabaje
gora charne nupure baje.
Mukunda Madhava Yadava Alina Bala Reva Bari Denida Vate Velare Rati Sasari Saje
Mukunda Madhava
Mukunda
Yadava
Madhava Yadava
Alena Bolore Vadana Bode
Bolare
Misheni Dava Singelore Rati
Gelare Rati
Indiva Sasarira Sati
Mana Durlaba Manava Deha Paraki Karabhavana Keha Vena Bachile Yashoda Suga Charame Padi Belaje
Hemanandulava Manavadeha Ikaya Bhavanakeya
Karabhavanakeha
Ebena Bachileya
Vinavachileda
Shorasuta
Sutram
Charame
Charame Parivelaje
Parivelaje
Udita Tapana Haile Asta Inagela Boli Haile Vyasta Arikina Ebe Alasta Hridaya Raje
Udita Tapana Hoyle Asta
Astam
Dina Gela
Nagela
Bale
Bali
Haile Vyasta
Hayastam
Tabe Kena Ebe Alasta
Avekena
Sahai
Ebe Alasai
Nabajade Doya
Navajadi Jaya
Raje
Raje
Jivana Anitya Jana Hasar Tarinana Vidha Viparabar Namashraya Kariyatani Umita Graha Panakaje
Jivana Anitya Janahasa
Jivananita
Kahena
Janahasa
Navida
Vida
Vipadabha
Vipadavara
Namashraya
Namasaya
Kariyatane
Karitanetume
Takaha Apanaka
Takaha Apanayetahi
Krishna Nam Sura Koryapan Jura Vakati Vinora Pranam Vinagi Arachora Bhumana Aje
Krishnanam Sudha
Nanam
Oryapan Sudaya
Sudakatiyapam
Bhakati Vinod
Kati Vinodapram
Nama Vinaki
Nahi
Nahi
Para
Chora
Saga
Bhuvanama
Bhuvanamaje
Sadhana Kam Bhagate Ase Madhurana Abhijit Tapana Rupe Gagane Viraje
Vivedakayana Sadhana
Jana
Kam
Sadhana
Jagate
Kam
Asiye Madurna
Jagate Ati Madura
Avidyati Niratpana Rupe Gaganira
Niratapanaru Gagane Viraje
Gora Haribo
Nitai Gaura Haribo
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 Haribo Nitai
Haribo
Gaura Haribo
Haribo
Nitai Gaura Haribo
Nitai Gaura
Haribo
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 Nitai Gaura Haribo
Haribo Haribo
Jaya
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 Jaya Gurudev,
Jaya
Gurudev,
Gurudev,
Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Gurudev, Gurudev.
Jaya
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 Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev,
Gurudev,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Gurudev.
Jai Bhakti Nirmala Maharaja ki jai.
Die.
Jai Krishna Kesara Prabhu
Jai,
ki jai.
Die.
Jai.
Jai Zana Devi ki jai. Hare
Die.
Krishna and Dhanyavad. Zana, did you know much about Acharya Maharaj? Yes. The Acharya of the Mutt, Chaitanya Saraswat Mutt, since 2010, I think. 1 year? Yes. It was 2010. Acharya
Took
Maharaj,
charge.
he was announced to be the Acharya by Govinda Maharaj on his appearance day the year before. And right after that, he became the next Acharya of the Mutt. Govinda Maharaj had much appreciation for Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj. I remember when he appointed him as the next Acharya, he told how much indebted he felt indebted to him for all the things that he did, both for Govinda Maharaj and for the Mutt. He was much impressed and endeared by him. And he felt he was the best, best of all the devotees to lead the Mutt. And because of his dedication, his intense dedication, his service to to Govinda Maharaj and to the Mutt, he chose him as his successor, only fit person to take charge of the Mutt. I remember in his talk, one thing he stressed most of all things. He says, "Will you take care of this Mutt and not leave, even if there are so many problems? You have to promise. I want you to be uh, certain in your dedication to this Mutt, that you will not leave, even if there are incredible problems coming in your way. Under no circumstances do you even consider not maintaining this institution." That was his most uh, important concern, because he recognized, he knew also the difficulties that there are in being a Acharya of the Mutt. Uh, oh, we lost Sana. Oh, there she is. Okay. There you are. He knows the difficulties he faced. Govinda Maharaj himself faced so many difficulties. Everyone practically wanted to abandon him when he became the next Acharya. Because the devotees get what do you say, comfortable with one Acharya and they think how to accept another in the same way.
They get
How to-
attached.
Huh?
They get attached.
Attached. Uh, that's okay. But what are we attached to? Uh, in the Mutt website, SES Mutt International. Have you read that, Zana? You read that? That's nice. You can go there. SES Mutt International. Very nice articles by Acharya Maharaj and other Vaishnavas. There was an excerpt from a talk between devotees and a devotee and Srila Govinda Maharaj. And this devotee was was telling Govinda Maharaj about his attachment and dedication to Govinda Maharaj. And so Maharaj asked that devotee, said, who is Govinda Maharaj? Who do you think Govinda Maharaj is? And I don't know who you are. I don't remember exactly what he said. I don't know who you are, but I want to serve your lotus feet. Without you, I can't do anything. No, Maharaj said, that's very nice, but you have to know who Govinda Maharaj is. His form standing in front of you, or is the incarnation of Krishna coming to instruct you? Charya Mam Vijaniyat. So I explain like that. If you understand Acharya as the manifestation of Krishna, Krishna's mercy coming to you, then you can recognize who is the Guru. Sridhara Maharaj once told the infinite coming to the finite, coming in touch with the finite. The infinite comes in touch with the finite. That point of contact is called Guru. Can finite ever touch the infinite? How is that? Maybe we can touch, but we can't know that. Infinite is everywhere. So we're always in touch with the infinite. What is that point of touch? That becomes revealed to us. All that knowledge of the infinite becomes revealed to us at that point of touch, which is called Guru. That is touching the infinite. That is how the infinite touches the finite, through Guru. Otherwise, how can we imagine what the infinite is and when we're in touch or not? So that point of contact, when the infinite comes into contact with us, it's impossible for the finite to capture the infinite. But the infinite can easily touch the finite. Otherwise, if he can't touch the finite, he's not infinite. Infinite has no restriction. He can come in touch with the finite. That Gurudev. If we have that vision, then we have proper understanding of Guru. Then he continue on with the talking. By that way, you can. I am always with you. Infinite is always there, and his contact with us is always there also, in the form of the Guru or those who instruct us about the infinite, who reveal his realm to us, and to remind us of that realm that's always there, transcendental. That is not a realm of the vision, the visual or sensual plane, and not even the domain of the subtle, intellectual, mental plane, knowledge. They're not that type of touch. The infinite is transcendental to all physical, mental, intellectual levels of existence or apparent existence. It's transcendental to all of that. What is that transcendental platform? beyond even the mind, beyond the senses, beyond the mind. Don't think the transcendental world is there. You won't find it there. Transcendental plane is beyond that, the infinite. No one can, no finite being can capture that. Only the infinite can reveal itself to the finite. And how does that happen? What is that experience? Not within the plane of experience, actually. The only way we can reach that transcendental pure plane is by faith. Faith can reach there, is the only thing. So much not concerned with this mundane plane. Mundane plane means the physical, the sensual, the mental, the intellectual. Those things, that is not a transcendental plane. Transcendental means beyond even all of that. So how profound that is, that is only revealed by the parampara coming down from that plane itself. Go down from that plane, not within the experience of anyone, not historical, not in the plane of space and time. So only help that we can expect is from our faith, our own heart, your own hearts. We can reach there. So then Govinda Maharaj was stressing that point when he told, look, when you become acharya, expect many, 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 many problems. An infinite number of problems will come. Problems you cannot solve. When you are working with someone and they decide, I don't want to work with you anymore. And they lose faith. What can they do? They, who was your friend, may become your enemy. Then what? You can talk to people and they can speak in friendly terms. But then something happens and they're no longer friends. And what to do? You meet like a brick wall, impassable, impossible situation. And all you can do is pray for Krishna to let his will be done. And if that is whatever that is, we accept that. But you don't give up your faith. The most trusted friend they turn against, but you don't give up. Don't give up your faith in Krishna and your duty and your service. How transcendental is that plane? How pure is that plane? It exists. We may think, oh, that's impossible to deal with such a situation. Yes, everything is impossible. And everything is possible too. In this world, everything is impossible to figure out. What is a blade of grass? What is life? What is the purpose of it all? Why has this virus come? We don't know. Ultimately, we cannot know. But he knows. And that plane is there also. That plane of his world, of his knowing, of his doing is also there. Also there. But our capacity for those things, understanding and knowing those things, are not so easily available. are not even available by any effort of our part. Not. But somehow, if we have faith, strong faith, that won't bother us. Nothing will um, injure or harm our faith. Nothing. Because we're not on that plane. Plane where injury and things like that can come. We're not part of the one who has pure faith. Shraddha. I remember Srila Prabhupada once was telling the devotees about faith. He said, faith is not enough. And he explained, he said, a Christian can become a Muslim. We've seen people who are Christians, they are converted. Or a Muslim can become a Christian. Such conversions are possible. How is that? When you meet the Muslim person, he is so uh, committed. You can't find any place to convince him of anything when he has a firm belief in the Quran and Allah and so forth, Muhammad. Impossible. Just like you may have all met a Christian who is preaching Christ is the Savior, and the only way is through accepting Jesus. And you talk to them, and there's no way to get around what they're saying. They're so committed to that. I think, how will they ever be convinced of anything else? But they can also become Krishna conscious. Many Christians have joined Hare Krishna movement. Even Jews have joined. And each of them had their conviction in their own religion, their faith. They said, therefore, faith is not enough. He told us like that. And then Prabhupada, what to do? If even faith is not, then what else is there? And he said, science. Faith, you must have scientific knowledge of what you're doing. You must have scientific knowledge of Krishna consciousness. That will not be so easily moved. It will not be so easily moved once you have that science. You cannot be convinced of anything else once you have that scientific knowledge. Vigyan. Gyan and Vigyan. Vigyan means scientific knowledge. Somehow you know by your inner experience, you can know what is what. And that will maintain your security in your position. But I never heard Sridhara talk like that. He always said faith. Just faith. No other support of knowledge or science or anything. So there may be two ways of understanding. Sridhara put emphasis on faith only. And the Acharya Maharaj seems also to emphasize that as a must, as part of our parampara system. But we find both. And both. Both can be justified. Yeah.
Sridhar Maharaj had that scientific knowledge.
behind all knowledge, behind every type of knowledge, whatever it may be, there is faith. We can speak to many people with different levels of knowledge. But Krishna requires faith. Our knowledge of Krishna requires faith. Without that faith, knowledge won't give us the knowledge of the ultimate, of the transcendental world. It won't. It has to be an act of the heart. So that is also a kind of knowledge, but doesn't include the transcendental. Doesn't include the absolute. That is also a kind of knowledge. Very high, ultimate, say, form of knowledge. And when you look into the heart, into the root of all that you know, to find that highest plane, and beyond that, that is the transcendental world. And that is, what do you want to say, shown to one who is a devotee, shown to one who is a surrendered soul, revealed, you can say. He automatically knows who is a surrendered soul, and not to anyone else. However smart or intelligent or shrewd or whatever you want to call it, one may be, that can't be known. Those secrets can't be known by anyone but the devotee. Bhakti Mama Vijananti. As it says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Mam Abhijananti. I can be known by bhakti alone. And love requires faith. Excuse me. On our own, no one can think of the things that are revealed in the Bhagavatam. People don't just sit down and think of those things. No one can just sit down and imagine or think of those things that we find in the Bhagavatam. That is revealed knowledge of the highest. Philosophers don't come to those conclusions. May, but they don't. They can't. They may come to the conclusion there is God, but they can't tell us the details that we find in Bhagavatam. Huh? No, they didn't even come close. He may have understood Atato Brahma Jigyasa, but he did not even come close to Rasavai Saha, the reservoir of all pleasure. They could not think of that. Unless it was revealed to him, he could not know that. So who is faithful to the mud? To Sri Chaitanya Saraswati mud. And that was Govinda Maharaja's chief concern. By that faith. And that he found in Acharya Maharaj. And we have seen it. Since he became Acharya, so many obstacles. The whole moon mud itself was taken from his hands. So many people within and outside the mud became critical of him. And yet he remained faithful to preserving and protecting everything that was in his power to preserve and protect. And those who remained faithful to him, they were assisting him in that, giving encouragement to him. So now, what to do? That stalwart pillar of faith no longer visible. So what have we learned under his guidance? What have we realized by his example? What have we gained as far as spiritual teachings, spiritual understanding by this great soul? If we have learned this kind of faith, then we have learned something. That faith that is beyond all understanding. Then we have learned something. And then we can always be in touch with that plane, because that plane is always in touch with us, is there, as much as we are willing to be touched by that, and be guided by that, as much as our hearts are open to that. It's always there. And when that divine reason wants to reveal itself in some surface, in the surface show of the material world, that will also appear. Guru will appear by Krishna's grace. Again, because Guru is Krishna's grace. The presence of Guru is the touch of the Lord in this world for us, conditioned souls. And those who need that help, he will come to help them. So it's very nice. Govinda Maharaj said, I'm always with you. And if you know his real identity, you'll understand how that is possible. His transcendental identity. And the same with the Acharya Maharaj. But it was interesting, I heard. Acharya Maharaj says, I will always be with you. But he also said, wherever I go, I'm going to take you all with me. A very high vision. Not only will I always be with you, but you will always be with me. It's only possible to understand in the transcendental world. Or transcendental vision. The evil. Sarajbu, do you have anything you would like to say?
Well, actually, I never met Srila Acharya Maharaj in person, only by the internet a couple of times. But I don't want to repeat what other devotees say, but actually I don't have so much experience in about his person. Only what I hear from other devotees, and I hear from Srila Govinda Maharaj also.
Maharaj, that thing behind you looks like the Stargate. And you have come from the transcendental world to the Stargate to talk to us. That's what I am thinking when I'm looking at you here. Kanapriya, would you like to say something?
Dhanyavad pranam. Yes. Where do you start? Yeah, I was fortunate to be on 2 parikrams. Were the Rath Yatra last year or the year before? I forget. Where were we? Obviously not this one. Yeah, he just has incredible energy. He really is like a tornado. He's in everything that he does. And he just manages everything, like sees everything down from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Even on, he would make sure that everyone has prasadam. Everywhere we go, there's prasadam. Everyone's looked after. He makes sure everyone is satisfied, and from early in the morning till when we've then gone on long walks and talks and kirtan, and then he's back in the evening doing another lecture, not then seeing people. It's just constant, and just seeing also the development in Nrsimhapuri, and that he was he was upset that I think some devotees couldn't all be in the same building. Umadidi will know this, and so he was inspired, made it bigger so that the parikram would cater for everybody. He was always so concerned about the devotees and the devotees' care and happiness. And I think I mentioned earlier today as well, the one thing that I remember that sort of really melted my heart as the last day of the parikram on not the Rath Yatra, but the Gaur Purnim, and he was really like stressing that the temple, this is your home, and to come home and to feel comfortable, just come. He was so personable and approachable, and just like a family member. He really made you feel like a family to so many people, so many devotees. That's quite remarkable. Very sweet, and always encouraging people to serve. And like you said, he's even on the darshans. We always hear him telling us to be tolerant and to give honor to others, and really embraced the words of Gurudev and serving the mission, like you were saying, Maharaj, so faithfully and diligently, with so much enthusiasm, all the time. Like he never seemed to take his foot off the gas. Remarkable. Really feel so grateful to have been in his presence. Yeah.
Did you not meet Govinda Maharaj in your life?
Yes, Maharaj. I took Harinam initiation from him, but it was a long time. I was young. I had a very young family, so I probably met Govinda Maharaj maybe a handful of times. The only times, some of the times that he came to the UK, and under my circumstances, I was able to get to the temple for Mangalarti. So there was a few times that I was in his presence with just a few people. But I was so young and just so starstruck in a way. You really felt his Govinda Maharaj was like this gentle, magnanimous star, and I just felt. I remember just sort of feeling like not knowing what to say. I thought, you just like a rabbit caught in the lights. You just. But everything he said, I remember there was things that he said to a few other people that were really relevant and poignant to my situation. And then, you know, with the Green Street Temple, it's quite small. So then when he did come, when he had a program in the daytime, it was just so packed. It was so packed, unbelievable how we got so many people in the rooms, and in the, you know, people filled up outside and down the hallway and everywhere. But yeah, I was quite young, and also you know, when half the stuff I didn't understand, it was like right over my head. I remember several times Sagar Maharaj was near me, and he kind of was reading my mind. I remember one incident, and I'm thinking, you know, in my head, like this, Ravinda Maharaj was speaking, and I was like, oh, he means this, and Sagar Maharaj was like, no, that's not what he's meaning. It was the weirdest thing, how he just knew what I was thinking. So yeah, I think there was a lot that I didn't understand, but I think, you know, like you're saying about having to wait, like even Guru Maharaj would say, wait and see, or just persevere. You have to, even if you go to a lecture or you're listening and you don't understand anything, eventually some things make sense, and slowly, like you're talking about it being revealed, it's like you have these realizations of, oh, I remember this, or I remember now it kind of makes sense. So I think, you know, it's a real process, like that of consciousness, you know, that evolution of consciousness. It really has to develop. And in a way, I guess what you're talking about, where you're saying about Swami Raj talking about the science behind it as well, there is a process, and I think that process is a practical process, you know, having to do certain things to be able to have that faith. You almost, you know, it almost feels like it's a double-edged thing. One that there almost feels to me like you don't have faith in the process, you don't get the faith. If you don't get the faith, you don't get the process. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it feels like they're hand in hand almost. Yeah. So,
What is it about Acharya Maharaj that you find similar or the same as in Govinda Maharaj? Was there something that you noticed?
they, yeah, I think, well, there's a capacity. Maybe they showed it in different ways, but I think with Govinda Maharaj, there was this, like, just knowing, like, you almost felt like all your worries or anxieties are just taken away. They make it feel like it's just what you're worrying about. There's this sort of knowing and knowledge, or sort of like this, like you were just saying about this, that they have a different understand. There's a different vision that they have that I can't say everyone, but myself doesn't have. So when you meet them, or you're in their presence, there's like this charge. It's hard to explain, but you feel totally charged, and it's a different. I guess just a different perspective on everything. Like nothing else matters. Like there's nothing. Like all the material stuff doesn't really matter. And there's this sense of belonging, and there's this sense of real inner satisfaction and love. It's love and affection, I think. Sense of love and affection, that's what it is. Really deep love and affection. It comes through them, shines out of them.
Yes. So my experience with Govinda Maharaj was he was very compassionate.
Yes.
Like you said, he made you feel a part of the family.
Yes.
He embraced everyone so sincerely and deeply. And as you were talking about Acharya Maharaj, you also mentioned that feature, that he took everyone in as his family, took care
Yeah.
of them. And this kind of embracing, uh, compassionate nature,
Mm.
I think, was what was shining in Acharya Maharaj, and coming, that same feeling coming from Govinda Maharaj.
Mm.
I think they shared that somehow,
Yeah.
some extent. And I remember Govinda Maharaj was also very concerned with all the details of
Mm.
for taking care of the devotees. When he was there with just him and Sridhar Maharaj,
Mm.
he made all of us feel like that, very welcome, family members.
Yeah.
I think anyone who embodies that is part of our mutt. Real, huh?
Yeah.
They're a family member. Guru Varga. They are part of the Guru Varga,
Mm.
well, in my opinion, my
Yeah.
humble.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, very much so.
Thank you very much, Kanapriya Didi.
Mm.
And Uma Devi, would you like to say something about Acharya Maharaj?
Because I don't have qualification to glorify Acharya Maharaj. Because only once last Navadip Parikram, I stay with him 10 days, only 10 days in last year. Then he was very, very kind with everybody. Like same like father, look after children, same like thousand devotees came, but he observing everybody. One Russian devotee, she lost the money. She lost the $2,000 in the Navadip Parikram. Then someone to tell Acharya Maharaj, Gaurangi lost money. Then Acharya Maharaj calling, Gaurangi, come here. Then she came and don't worry, I keep money for you. When you, I give money for you, don't worry. Then she was crying. Oh, she helping everybody. Like when Parikrama last day, all the devotee, Bengali devotee crying like, my God, everybody crying, crying. And Acharya Maharaj just start crying last day. Because everybody, they don't want to leave the Navadip. They don't want to go back home. Very, very kind. Like I never think Maharaj because that is the first time and last time for me. Sare Maharaj sir. Then I call last February 24th. I call Acharya Maharaj because Shant Maharaj and Muni Maharaj going to teach our place in Mysore. I call Acharya Gurudev. Gurudev, please uh, give me your mercy. Shant Maharaj and Muni Maharaj coming to preach. No, no, don't worry. Didi Dandavat Pranam. Don't worry, everything will be okay. No problem. He told me. That is the last voice.
Okay.
That sounded exactly like it.
And then our Krishna Kesava Prabhu, what do you like to say?
It's only by Sripad Bhakti Maharaja's mercy that I was able to have any association with Srila Acharya Maharaj or any of the devotees in the mud. And also by Shanta Maharaj's mercy for helping to organize some activities that I did when I went to visit in India in 2019, right before Gaur Purnima. I didn't stay for Gaur Purnima, but I was there for about 2.5 weeks before Gaur Purnima. So Shanta Maharaj arranged for me to meet with Acharya Dev in the Sevak Bhavan, and um, Acharya Maharaj was very merciful to me, and he allowed me to come on the preaching program that they were just about to leave for to the Hooghly district in Bengal, in West Bengal. So I was there with them for about 4 days, and I got to see how he preaches to the villages there. It was super wonderful, and I mean, I also got to see how Krishna is always playing with him. I think because so many difficulties even came during this preaching program. Like we were in the car that the mutt has the car, and it's like a big box van with like four rows of seating, and they drive it in the little villages that have super narrow roads that were not made to accommodate a vehicle that size. And so they were trying to make a turn, a left turn, and I mean it looked impossible. So like everyone had a, not everyone, but the driver and Acharya Dev and one of the devotees, I believe his name was Ashok Prabhu, got out of the car and were like trying to determine how this was going to work, getting the car to turn left. And that was challenge number one. And then challenge number two was like it was very difficult, and it seemed like a little frustrating. And in the heat of that frustration, I believe his name was Ashok. His finger, someone was closing the door shut, the car door shut, and his finger got stuck in the car door, and it was just like unbelievable. And Acharya Maharaj, like, just knew how to handle the whole situation, and ended up getting the car, was able to turn finally, and had to go to one of the villagers' house that had some medical experience, and Ashok Prabhu's finger was like treated, and it ended up being okay. It blew up like 3 times the size of it, but it healed eventually. And just within that one 4-day experience, I saw how Krishna was always playing with him. That's my, and he always just knew how to handle everything. He knew how to overcome any adversity that came his way. He was unstoppable. And I was very lucky. My godbrother, Dina Bandhu Prabhu from California, before I left, he told me one thing he learned about Acharya Maharaj from his experience during Navadvipam Parikram. He said, Acharya Dev loves it if you chant as loud as possible. So while I was there, that was my mission, was just to chant all the kirtans as loud as I could. And I eventually lost my voice, but one of the devotees told me that Acharya Dev was very happy about that, and that was by the grace of Dinabandhu actually. And it was just incredible having his Srila Acharya Dev's association. And then I'm not qualified to say anything about Acharya Dev, but I'm just trying my best. And then also yesterday I asked Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Acharya Dev's name, because Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Dev Goswami Maharaj is the guardian of pure devotion. And I was asking, what does Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj, how can we say that? And Srila Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj said, the teacher of spotless devotion. So I thought that was very beautiful. And that's all I can say. I'm just begging the devotees for their mercy. And, I feel more fired up about service actually, now that Acharya Maharaj had this pastime. And, we're always with him and he's always with us. And I'm very motivated now by his grace.
Maharaj, I think that's another similarity. I think Govinda Maharaj also likes to hear the kirtan really loud.
Sana, would you like to say anything? In remembrance of Acharya Maharaj, or whatever you would like to say?
Well, I think I attended probably 2 Zoom meetings with him. And I didn't continue. I can tell you the truth why, because it was really difficult for me to understand his speech. Of course, English is not his first language, so the speech flow was difficult for me to grasp a lot of things that he was saying. But even without that, just seeing the images, his face and the faces of the devotees who participated in the meetings, it was really incredible because there were people from all over the world who were listening to him and participating in the meeting. And when he was talking to people, what I personally noticed, I don't know how it was in like a real life reality, what people felt, probably different. But here it looked like when he was kind of like in trance. This is what I saw with my own eyes when he was singing songs, when he was preaching during the curtain, when he was talking to people like that. He was like so much into it that that it was well that it was it's like um, I think even at some times his eyes were closed when he was talking. I don't know if Krishna Keshava will did notice that
Yeah,
too, because I got
yeah,
yeah.
he did that.
Uh-huh. So that means that like when I was observing it, it just like it showed me how much he was dedicated and how much that he was 100% in it.
Good. Very
Okay.
nice. Yes. I understand. Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa, Paribrajakacharya, Astatata Sata, Sri Sripad, Bhakti Nirmalacharya, Maharaja ki jai.
Jai,
Srila Maharaja
Jai,
ki jai.
Ah,
Jai,
Srila
Jai,
Maharaja ki jai. Samadina
Jai,
Bhaktivinda
Jai,
ki jai. Go
Jai.
Premanandi.
Jai.
Hari Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Sri Sankirtan Yagi ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat
Jai,
Mat ki jai. Go Premanandi.
Jai.
Hari 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 Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
All right. I think we'll end today then with our good wishes and gratitude to all the devotees. And always representing Gurudev, representing Krishna, and the devotees and their dedication and their service. Always there for our inspiration, for helping us maintain our faith and develop our faith. So we're all grateful to all of you. My humble
Jai Om
dhanavats.
Vishnu Pad Sripad
Dandavat
Bhakti
Maharaj.
Madhava Puri Maharaj ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Ki
Jai.
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 Hare Krishna.